Hello, lovely people. Morocco shocked the world again. And unfortunately for England fans, it's not coming home because Les Bleus do what they do in World Cups and are in another semi final. Sit back, tune in. It's the World Cup recap show. As always, guys, when we get behind the mic, make sure that you subscribe, comment, and like. Hope you're all well and enjoying the Saturday start to your weekend. Now, I'm going to start with the first game. Portugal versus Morocco. Portugal off the back of a sensational round of 16 win. Morocco off the back of a sensational but stunning and shocking win. Surely, lightning doesn't strike twice, right? Not if you're Morocco. Not if you're Morocco. Didn't need penalties to do this one either. They beat Portugal and have advanced to the semi-finals of the World Cup. Morocco have no right to be here. But shall I tell you what? Their work ethic, their togetherness, their willingness to succeed is the reason why they're in this position. This is no fluke. This is no fluke. And I'll continue to say it. Talent without hard work will always lose to hard work with talent. It will always happen. Just look out throughout all of history. Talent alone isn't enough. But hard work a lot of the times is. And Morocco are doing fantastic. Hakimi showing out. Ziyech looking like a completely different player to the one at Chelsea. Sofiane Boufal. This ain't the boy that played at Southampton. Amrabat in the midfield. Like, we are seeing some fantastic... Mazraoui. Like, we are seeing some great performances and great tournaments from these Moroccan players. But Portugal, another letdown from a team that promises so much. Now, granted, no Jota, no Pedro Neto, but they've still got a lot in that squad. And you think, obviously, in my opinion, this is Ronaldo's last World Cup. You think about the legacy he's left as a footballer, but his legacy in the World Cup, especially after going out the way he's gone out here, which is not his fault, in my opinion, before anyone goes crazy. I know a lot of Ronaldo supporters out there, so don't go crazy. It doesn't look good. Portugal have got to really rethink what's going on here, because going out to Morocco, no disrespect to Morocco, they should be getting through. They should have, in theory, been in the semi-finals, and they're not now. And they really got to have a deep, hard look at themselves, because these players aren't getting any younger. Granted, your Rafael Leaos and players of that ilk, they still got their peak years ahead of them. But you think of your Bernardo Silvas, your William Carvalhos, your Pepe's. That was his last World Cup. Pepe's last World Cup was this one. Surely he can't do another one. Rafael Guerreiro. Can these players keep on doing this every 4 years? I don't think so. I think this was the generation. I think this was the time. And they've kind of blown it. But Morocco, well bloody done. Fully deserved. And then on to the big one. England versus France. Didn't start great. The player that Liverpool tried to sign, Tchouaméni, an absolute thunderbolt of a shot. Great accuracy, great technique, and great finish. England grew into the game. Second half, did what they had to do. And they won a penalty. Fairly won. And you know what? Before I go any further, I know we like to throw shade at Arsenal fans on this channel in the form of banter. You see that boy Saka, and I will keep saying it. I've said this for a while. And even if you guys don't agree with me, just hear me out. This boy is not getting the credit he deserves, in my opinion, because he's English. If Saka was a foreign player, I think he'd be looked upon as much better than he's actually perceived. This guy was driving England today. And he's been driving Arsenal for a lot of the season so far. We've got to start putting proper respect on Saka's name. This is not the kid that turned up a couple of years ago at Arsenal and started playing left back. This is not Saka from last season who was on right wing but wasn't really getting goals and assists. This is a new man now. Start putting respect on his name. He is one of the first names on that team sheet for England right now. He's solidified that right-hand side to the point where Foden's got to play on the left. Sterling's not a starter. Rashford's not a starter. The Saka's that guy now. But I digress. England get the penalty. Harry Kane smashes it in. Does what he does, right? Then up pops Giroud. You're not nice, Giroud. Does what he does. Scores a header. Comes up trumps for France like he always does. And there's a real argument to say he's in the conversation for France. I'm not saying he is the one, but he's in the conversation for best French striker. It's got to be. Got to be. But then just as you think France have got it, they go and give away a stupid penalty. Up steps Kane. I'm thinking he's going to put this away again and we're going into extra time. Boom. Over the bar. Now, when it first happens, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm thinking, raw. We saw what happened with the penalty shootouts in the Euros, and we saw the profile of the three players that missed. We saw what happened after it. And all I was thinking is, Kane's not going to go through that, but he's going to go through it. And my heart actually goes out to Harry Kane. Seeing Arsenal fans getting onto him and all that. And look, it's all banter, I get it. My heart breaks for the guy. Because he's been doing well for England. He's their captain. And the moment just got to him. Happens to the best. But I genuinely feel sorry for Harry Kane. But again, I don't know where England go from here. They didn't create enough from open play in the game. They haven't been creating enough from open play in games for a while now. And they come up against this type of opposition at their best, and they always seem to falter. I'm sorry, I've got to go back to the manager here. Doesn't seem cut out for this. All due respect. Doesn't seem to be the man. All due respect. And when you've got this crop, this generation of England players, you cannot waste them. Saw what happened with that golden generation in the early 2000s. Wasted. Don't do the same with this. And I'm not an England fan, but I like watching good football. And I've got a soft spot for a lot of these English players, even though I'm not an England fan. I don't want to see an era or generation wasted. So I think they've got to move quick and they've got to find the right man before it's too late. But in the semi-final, it will be Morocco versus France. So guys, sorry if I'm sounding a bit bunged up. I've got a cold. I'm getting over a little fever. But make sure you smash the like button. But most importantly, let me know in the comments below. Who's going through to the final? Will it be Morocco or will it be France? People, we'll be back later on today for the watch-along for Liverpool Football Club. So make sure you tune in for that. And as always, guys, we appreciate you rocking with us and supporting us. Until we see you next time, stay safe, stay blessed. We are Kop-Ish and we're out, people. Take care.